What's going on, everyone? Welcome to week 3 of the Inkay Games. This week, I am playing against Stiicky, and this week's theme is actually a really interesting one. The teams that we are playing were picked up by our opponent, and what I mean by that is these 6 Pokemon that are on your screen, Stiicky gave to me, and I gave them their 6 that they're going to play as well. So the idea was that we were restricted to the top 50 Pokemon on the Reg G ladder on Pikalytics. So you weren't just going to give your opponent, Feebas and Magikarp and be like, haha, guess we're going to just sit here and look at each other. You were actually required to give them mostly, good mons. Top 50, there's quite a bit of really good mons in there, right? And so the goal that I set out to do was to build the team with the most support Pokemon on it, right? And looking at it, I thought that the worst restricted on the list for that strategy was Groudon. So why am I telling you all this, right? Because that's the team that Stiicky gave me. The 6 that I originally had picked out for them was this, but instead of Bundle, I had Pelipper on that team. And Stiicky even said that like 5 minutes before we sent each other our teams, Pelipper was originally on this team over at Bundle. So it made me feel really good knowing that like the strategy I originally thought of was like kind of viable. So the idea here is like Groudon and Bundle are our big damage dealing Pokemon on this team. But Bundle doesn't synergize well with Groudon. So it's really dependent on one of those two to be able to pick up, 4 KOs. And so, with that idea in mind, Carl and I kind of set out to decide, hey, Groudon's probably the worst restricted on this list that's accessible. What do we want to play against, anticipating getting Groudon? And so, the team that, Carl and I kind of put together for Stiicky is Zacian, Torkoal, Dondozo, Annihilate, King Gambit, and Iron Valiant. Notably of that, there are 4 physical attackers, and there are... Iron Valiant could be physical or special. Most likely with this 6 is going to be some form of special attacker, if I was to guess. Torkoal means that the sun is usually going to be up in some capacity, if not for Groudon, then for Torkoal. And really, their only support Pokemon is Iron Valiant. So as a result, we can build in such a way where we are very defensively built, which I think is the way to do this. So looking at this, Sableye Groudon is really interesting together. Sableye has access to Gravity, so that makes your Groudon have 100% accurate Precipice Blades. But I felt like I didn't want to do that because I wanted to have access to Quash as well as Will-O-Wisp. And because I gave my opponent Zacian, I wanted Foul Play. So, Foul Play versus a bunch of physical attackers is obviously very good for us. And because of that, I also felt that Reflector is very useful here as well. I debated doing dual screens things, but I felt like end of the day that Sableye didn't really need dual screens. And I would rather just have the extra bulk here. I'm not entirely sure if I like Citrus Berry. I had Roselia Berry on it at one point. I had Light Clay as well. So I'm really hoping that Sableye is able to, live at least a hit and then fire off a Will-O-Wisp and a Reflect and possibly get a Quash off as well. I think this team looks really cool. There's a lot of things going on here. We're doing bulk up Leftovers Groudon because we really need to just one-shot everything on their team. Notably, the problem with bulking up is Dondozo. Dondozo having access to Unaware makes it really hard for Groudon to want to be able to do enough damage to take it out. That's where Thunder Punch comes in handy to be able to potentially deal with Dondozo. Notably, we also have Grass Knot down here on Whimsicott, specifically for that reason as well. And since we're playing this Protect the Queen strategy, we really want to be able to keep Groudon as healthy as possible, so we want Leftovers here, as well as Floral Healing on Comfey, and as you see, we have Heal Pulse on Indeedee as well. Speaking of Indeedee, we're not Psychic Terrain, and I think the big reason is we have three Pokemon here that are really reliant on firing off priority moves, specifically Sableye. Indeed, Sableye really do not synergize well together because Psychic Terrain stops you from quashing or Will-O-Wisping your opponent. So, to move away from that, we're synchronized. And because of that, we can be Fake Out Indeedee. This is probably the coolest piece of tech I think on this team, is having Fake Out Indeedee here just to be able to potentially get a Fake Out off, set up a Bulk Up with Groudon, and then, you know, just follow me or Heal Pulse to keep Groudon healthy as possible. If Indeedee gets taunted, we're in for a rough time, but, you know, we'll live with that when it comes up. Comfey is here as well, so we can just try to, again, just trying to keep Groudon healthy. Dragon Kiss does notably hit Annihilate, King Gambit, Iron Valiant for really okay damage, I would hope. Knockoff is there for potential, like, Dondozo doing Dondozo, like, lefties things, as well as, like, taking away, like, potential Torkoal items. And in the event that, you know, like, Dondozo or like Annihilate are going for, like, these setup strats, we have Encore to lock them into there as well. Whimsicott here for speed control, as well as, like, taunting and charming down their Pokemon as well. I could see something like potentially Terra Dark Zacian coming, because then I can't quash it or Will-O-Wisp it or charm it. But the upside to that is then the Terra Dark Pokemon are going to be weak to Comfey Draining Kiss, was the thought process. We are Terra Electric on Groudon. That is not something I mentioned. Not only does that give us, like, additional damage into Dondozo, but it also means that we are resistant to Steel, so we're going to be able to resist a Behemoth Blade coming into Groudon. Past that, I think the only other thing we have to talk about is Terra Fired Iron Bundle. I wanted a way to be able to abuse Sun with Iron Bundle, and I felt that Terra Blast was probably the best way. It's able to potentially deal with Zacian that way, as well as King Gambit. Hydro Pump is going to be able to hopefully do a ton of damage into the opposing Torkoal. Freeze Dry is there to help with Dondozo. So I like this bundle a lot. This is booster speed, I believe. So that is just one last thing to be reminded of. But yeah, I like this team. I think that the six we have line up hopefully well into the six I gave my opponent, because that was the whole idea behind building their six. So we're going to get connected here with Stiicky, and we'll be ready to go for game number 1. We're getting paired up here. I do have Terra types for Stiicky's team. We have Dark on Annihilate, Zacian, and Dondozo. Not really surprised to see that. King Gambit is Terra Flying. Iron Valiant is Terra Ghost. Interesting. And Terra Fire on Torkoal. So, pretty much what I expected. I feel good about our matchup. Hopefully, this goes well. So, what do we want to do? I think Groudon plus Indeedee with... I think this is Groudon Indeedee with Bundle and Comfey in the back. I think I like this. I think them having so many Terra Darkmons, I don't particularly like Sableye up front. I think I would rather have Indeedee. I think because they have so many Terra Darks, I like Comfey here just to try to fire off some Draining Kisses. I could be wrong about that. I could see bringing Sableye just to try to set screens. But the problem is Quash is not going to work. Will-O-Wisp is not going to work. Foul Play is going to be reduced damage. I like Indeedee here for game 1. Let's do that and adjust from there. So, opponent is going to get locked in here, and we're going to be good for game number 1. Okay, here we go. Game number 1 coming right up. It is going to be Iron Valiant plus Annihilate. So this is actually kind of exactly what I anticipated. I could see this being Choice Scarf, Final Gambit coming out from the Annihilate here. So what I'm going to do this turn is I'm just going to go for Follow Me and go for a bulk up here. This is actually going to be very important for us because it's going to preserve the fact that we have Fake Out here, as well as the fact that we are red card on NDD as well. And if this is just Final Gambit, then this turn should be free for us to do this. I hadn't seen a shiny Iron Valiant. I really like that. I think it looks really good. Okay, here comes the Terra. Which makes me think, yep, this is Iron Valiant Terra Ghost. Perfect for us. Trying to bait out the Fake Out into that slot. But we don't care. Show me your Final Gambit. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, notably, Annihilate does have higher HP than Groudon, so going for the Final Gambit there is actually really important, as it's going to prevent exactly that. We are actually faster than the Iron Valiant as well, so we could see a Trick Room going up here to then see Torkoal come out. Perfect. Okay. I'm kind of okay with everything that's going on here. Because we are not a fast Groudon. I think we're just going to bring out Comfey here. Notably, Comfey does have access to Trick Room itself. And they are Air Balloon on Torkoal. Very, very cool. I think this turn I'm going to protect and go for a knockoff into the Torkoal this turn. Try to get rid of its either Choice Specs or its Life Orb, whatever damage boosting item it's holding here. Yep, here comes the Eruption. You got me, right, Comfey? Comfey does got me. Gonna pop that Air Balloon, very important. Gonna fire off a Icy Wind here, which shouldn't be enough to take out Comfey. We're gonna see the speed drop, but that is completely fine. Let's see. Oh, I knew it was Air Balloon. Going for that knockoff was not very good for us, all things that, in all actuality. Now I'm just going to click Precipice Blades, hope we can live one. Draining Kiss into the Torkoal just to do a little more damage, just so this is a slightly less powerful Eruption. Oh yeah, there's the Wide Guard. Yep. Yep, very good. Very well played. The question is, can Groudon take this? We can. So now we have Bundle. So our goal now is stall out the rest of this Trick Room. Which we have, what, 2 turns? We're going to get a little more HP back here. Our booster speed. Okay. protect. Terrifier. Gonna just protect both this turn, I think. Okay. Because protecting both means that Eruption is not going to be single target for next turn. And them going for Iron Valiant Icy Wind tells me that they probably don't have another damaging attack on the Iron Valiant. Let's see if that's true. There's another Eruption. There is another Icy Wind. Okay. Question is do they go for a white card here? Is this the last turn of Sun? I don't think so. I think it and Trick Room expire in the same turn. They do. Okay. Groudon may be able to live one. I'm just going to Thunder Punch the Valiant this turn. Terrifier. Terra Blast into the Valiant. Okay, there is the wide guard. Played around that at least. Does Groudon live? It's gonna be close. It's really close! The +1 Terra Blast is not enough. I mean, a +1 Thunder Punch. But Terra Blast in the Sun is gonna be. So, Valiant down. We know where their air balloon is. They can't Terra Zacian if it's here in the back. Bundle is faster than Zacian, right? Thanks to my boost. Don't mind me. I would think I would know this off the top of my head, but I don't. Max speed Zacian is 220. My bundle is 206 before booster, so yes, we are. We're gonna Precipice Blades. We're gonna Terra Blast the Zacian. Okay. We'll protect. Terrifier boosted, super effective Terra Blast. Does really good damage. But, now they have a -1 Zacian. So as long as we connect 2 Precipice Blades, I think we can win this. Come on, Groudon. Okay, there's one. So I didn't play this game great, but we got a lot of really good information out of this game. No reason not to protect here, just to get extra recovery. What I'm actually doing is I'm setting the RNG seed so that we can guarantee hit this Precipice Blades this turn. Yeah. That sounds good, right? Come on, Groudon. I don't even know if this is enough to KO. Woo! Okay. Okay. That was a close one. That was a really, really close game 1. Gotta play tighter for game 2. I think our game plan was good. I think encoring the Iron Valiant into Trick Room would have been better. I also think that... I think that's really the big takeaway. Was getting off the... Oh, and then not attacking into the wide guards. Or at least the single wide guard. I think were the two big mistakes of that game. So how does our opponent adjust? Notably, I have Taunt on Whimsicott. I can Taunt Whimsicott into... I think if I lead Whimsicott, they don't go for Trick Room. I think it's going to be Groudon, Whimsicott, with Sableye and Bundle in the back. Because if they go for Final Gambit, I can swap into Sableye. I can taunt the Valiant because we know it's Booster. And that'll prevent Icy Wind and Wide Guard and Trick Room. I mean, not Icy Wind. Trick Room and Wide Guard. We haven't seen the 4th move from Valiant. But I think this is a force to bring both of our attackers. And it's just a matter of what support do we want. So if they lead the same, we can protect Groudon, taunt the Valiant, swap to Sableye. Actually, just swapping to Sableye immediately could also just be good. I can see them wanting to go fast. It's Dondozo plus Annihilate. Okay. Sun is up. I mean, they're guaranteed to be unaware on Dondozo here, right? So... I think just going for a Charm into the Annihilate Pier is good. I don't see them Terraing it. And honestly, if I can bait out an early Terra, then that gives Sableye the ability to properly target down with Will-O-Wisps. So, they're going to go for Final Gambit here. I'm fine. Because I'm protecting and I have Focus Sash. So, I'm safe either way. Right, Charm goes off. No Terra from our opponent, notably. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, that literally does nothing. Yeah, that literally did nothing. Got it. Cool. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to go into... We're going to swap into Sableye here. And we're going to taunt the 8. Since they are Scarf. Hopefully this is Valiant coming in. Ooh, that's a really good taunt coming out. Yep, there's their booster speed. Fissure's this. I'm gonna yawn my Sableye, you say. So could see Terra Dark coming out here. I think I'm fine to go back into Groudon. And go for a Grass Knot into Dozo. So we've seen Yawn, we've seen Fissure. Could be Rest. Could also see Terra Dark coming out this turn. Okay, just Icy Wind. Gonna break our Whimsicott Sash. Gonna lower our Groudon speed. Not that that's very relevant. Alright, Whimsicott down. But we did 1,000,000,000% into that Doctozo. Granted, it has like 1,000,007% HP, but you know, we're living our best lives right now. Okay, they are the lefties. I'm assuming Rest is their last attack here that we haven't seen yet. Good to go into Bundle. I think preserving Bundle is actually important because we need an answer to the Sableye, though. I'm going to go to their Zacian, I'm sorry. So we're going to go to Sableye. And they can't go for Wide Guard this turn. I'm going to just bulk up. I'm going to set Reflect. They're just simply not going to hit a Fissure. If they want to Yawn me, that'd be pretty bad. I'm going for a Reflect here because they could Terra, and I don't want them to just like get a free turn off of me. And going for a Reflect is essentially the same thing here. Okay, Dozo protects. Very good. Another Icy Wind comes out. Groudon is now at -2, but we're going to +1 attack, +1 defense here. Notably, Dozo does ignore our defense boost, whereas we don't ignore theirs. So now, I like going for a Quash into the Valiant here. So we can try to do big damage into it before... Oh, it can Wide Guard this turn. That's unfortunate. I like protecting and going for a Foul Play into the Dozo. There'll be a Yawn coming out. I did not know Valiant also got coaching. Very cool. Yep, there's their Yawn. This Foul Play is going to do really good damage. I lied. They're +2 defense. And they know I have Thunder Punch. I'm going to punch the... I think punching the Dozo is very important. And I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Oh, they're Water Veil! Oh, okay, okay. They are not unaware. That's very good for us. Because that means this +1 Thunder Punch is actually going to do damage. Not enough, but damage. And notably, now Dondozo is faster. So I am going to swap out into Bundle this turn. I'm gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp into the Iron Valiant. I wanna get that started to get chipped down. And Bundle's gonna be the fastest thing on the field. Notably, this is really bad if they go for another another Icy Wind this turn, and they connect, because then I won't outspeed their Zacian. Okay, they do connect. That's unfortunate, but I think it's fine. I still have Reflect on Sableye. I still have Will-O-Wisp on Sableye as well. I'm just gonna yawn that slot as well. I think staying in here with Bundle is actually just fine. I'm gonna try to hit a Pumpy. And we'll go for our foul play into Dozo. Yeah, this tells me that their only attack is Icy Wind. I'm really curious what their fourth attack is. Citrus is going to recover some HP on Sableye. Okay, we do connect. Very good. It's a lot of damage. Now, really close. Unfortunately, if they have rest, this is the perfect time to click rest. My lord. Unfortunately, Bundle is going to take a snooze. My Reflect is gone. No reason not to hit Protect this turn. And I think I had to set Reflect this turn. If they're rest, then we're going to be really sad. But hopefully this Reflect means that Bundle is going to be able to live a hit coming out. Okay, they do connect the Fissure, but that's actually good for us, as that means I'm going to be able to bring out Groudon now. Does Valiant go down this turn? How close is his HP? No, one more turn. So I can protect Groudon this turn to prevent an Icy Wind, and go for a foul play into the Dozo. Unfortunately, I think I still need a crit on the Dozo to KO. Plus, this is going to give me a little extra recovery as well. They still have Ape in the back. Sableye's speed is destroyed. And I think at this point a Heavy Slam is going to be enough to take me out. Yeah, I think this game is over. I'm down a lot to a little. I think if I remembered Defiant and instead just put this Dozo to -2, we're in a much better position. Luckily, this Iron Valiant is going to go down. So now I can just spam. It doesn't matter. They have Final Gambit. I'm just dead here. So, yeah, we can go ahead and call this one. Because we know they have Final Gambit here to just take us out. So, all right, back to the drawing board. I don't think Sableye was very good. I don't think Sableye was very good for us. I mean, well, it's weird. I don't know. Because, like, they have a bunch of physical threats, so setting up my Reflect and setting up my Will-O-Wisp is good. But the problem is like, they are Water Veil on... They're Water Veil on the Dozo. I'm surprised they haven't brought King Gambit. What happens if I just leave both my attackers? And just, like, immediately put them to the test. Just play hyper offense here. With some support pieces in the back. The problem is I think I need Bundle to be able to take on Zacian. Unless I bring Whimsicott. And then I can just outspeed. Yeah, okay. I like Indeedee here as well. Yeah, let's just put them to the test. I think just never giving them a position to be able to do their thing is where we need to be. And Iron Valiant's really annoying for us, so... Alright, all-important Game 3 coming up here. It's going to be the same lead as Game 1. Which means I like... Protect Groudon. Swap into Whimsicott. I think they read the Protect on Groudon and attack into the bundle here. Notably, I am giving up my booster energy immediately. But I'm just going to try to play this game in a way where that doesn't matter. Okay, Annihilate's going to go out, meaning this is probably Torkoal coming in. No, it's just Dozo coming in. This is probably a coaching. Or is this Trick Room? No, it's just Icy Wind. Okay. Very good dodge. So I'm going to... Grass Knot. Thunder Punch. I'm just going to try to take this Dozo out before it can do anything. Because we know at -1 we still outspeed. This is Terra Dark Dozo coming out. Anticipating a Charm into that slot, I'm assuming. So this shouldn't KO this turn, I wouldn't think. Okay. Terra? Never lucky. Just a yawn. Then an Icy Wind to... Nope, just Trick Room. Okay. The Dozo is the slowest thing on the field, but that's fine. Now I'm gonna taunt the Valiant. I'm going to go into Indeedee here. Okay, Valiant goes out, Torkoal comes in. Okay, taunt goes off, unfortunately doing nothing. And a yawn. Okay. And now I'm going to Grass Knot the Dozo. And go for a Fake Out into the Torkoal. It's a weird one to see. Pop the balloon. Maybe Slam comes out. Gonna put me low, but not low enough. Indeedee is gonna take a nap, but that's fine. 2 turns of Trick Room. I'm gonna set Tailwind. And doesn't matter what I do with Indeedee, we're gonna take a nap. So what this is going to allow me to do is outspeed, is whatever I do next turn, I just protect. Still have Bundle in the back, so I can hopefully take care of this Torkoal. Next one comes out. Indeedee lives, which is going to trigger red card? Or is it only physical attack? Nope. Okay, red card's gonna go off. Torkoal's gonna go out. Brings in Ape again. So no Zacian. Fissurus. Perfect. So what's great about this is Ape is now slower than my Groudon. Should be. Protect this turn. Just double protect. Okay, Indeedee stays asleep. Could be a coaching. Not enough to take me out. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully a Precipice Blades is enough to take out Dozo, but a close one, I'm not sure. But dimensions are back to normal. I'm 50% to wake up with Indeedee this turn. Let's do it. Alright, Annihilate out. Assuming, yep, Valiant back in. Valiant's not really gonna like this Precipice Blades. Indeedee stays asleep, that's fine. As long as he doesn't hit a fissure. He should live this, right? Yeah. Just goes for a yawn. Okay. But I anticipate another Trick Room here. So I'm just going to fire off another Precipice Blades. Now I'm actually going to swap out Ndidi into Iron Bundle. Alright, Bundle. Dozo protects, that's fine. I don't care about the Dozo, I'm trying to take out the Iron Valiant this turn. If we connect, it should be enough. Cool, okay. No Trick Room is very good for us, obviously. Now, unfortunately, Groudon is asleep. That's obviously not great. Tailwind is also not over, which is also not great. The Torkoal comes out. Well, I'm gonna have to burn sleep turns eventually, so might as well do it now. We're gonna try to take out Dozo. No swaps. So we're gonna be the fastest thing on the field with Bundle here. We should be able to take out Dozo here with the Terra Fire boosted, Sun boosted Terra Blast. Groudon does stay asleep. That is rather unfortunate. Okay. Dozo down. Oh, good Earth Power. Good Earth Power. Holy. Yeah, I didn't even think about that one. Maybe Freeze Dry would have been enough to take out the Dozo there. Now, notably, Follow Me here should always work. We've burnt our sleep turns. I'm really hoping they try to go for Final Gambit to take out the Groudon, and they forget that I've burnt my sleep turns with Ndidi. Come on, show me Final Gambit here. Show me Final Gambit and not Drain Punch. Oh, that's so good! Alright, Groudon. Really, really need you to wake up, buddy. Yes! Yes! Oh, and the crit to seal it! Oh! Holy! Insane, insane game. That was awesome. I was really hoping that they didn't realize that my sleep turns were done with Ndidi, and that a Final Gambit there. Final Gambit into Groudon obviously cleans it up, but because I have Follow Me support, they can't go for that. So what they should have just gone for is like a Drain Punch or something if they had it. Obviously, I don't know what they had, but I think if they had like Drain Punch, it could have been also Rage Fist, which even if that's the case, then, well, they don't hit Ndidi, but then they take me out with whatever Torkoal is going for, which is presumably a Earth Power there. Honestly, that crit might have mattered as well. You know, we saw +1 Groudon take it out in game 1, but we were at neutral this game, so there is a chance that crit definitely mattered. So, all right, we're moving to 2-1. This match was really, really fun. Huge shout-outs to Stiicky for an amazing match. And we will see you next week, everyone, for another week of the Inkay Games. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.